What is going on, everybody? As you guys can tell, I'm in another new location. As I told you yesterday in my video, I'm in Oklahoma at my grandma's house currently. So yesterday I was trying it out on the back porch. The wind was a little crazy though, so I was like, okay, let's come somewhere where there's no wind. So I'm currently sitting in my car, so hopefully this setup can work. In the next few days, I'll be back in my normal setup. So this morning I was scrolling through my phone, drinking some coffee at my grandma's house, sort of seeing what was going on with the Packers, if anything exciting was happening, as I, sort of typically do. And I come across this information that supposedly the Packers are going to be working out TAVON Austin, former first-round pick, I guess in the next week or so, possibly. Maybe they've already worked him out, but, so that's sort of the gist of the information. So who knows, maybe the Packers could be signing him in the near future. But as I was sitting there thinking back, I remember 7 years ago, I guess I would have been like 16 around that time, back when TAVON Austin came to the league in 2013. He was the 8th overall pick. He's just a super fast guy, a great returner, can, run the ball, can catch the ball, can sort of do it all. And so it sort of would make sense, I think, for the Packers to bring in a guy like that. Because, of course, currently Tyler Ervin, sort of the gadget guy currently, has been dealing with some injuries, so maybe they want to bring someone else in to sort of fill that role for the time being. And then also on our special teams, of course, we have Darius Shepard, but he of course fumbled the ball, I guess it was last week versus the Colts, and so maybe the Packers want to bring someone in, to sort of boost the special teams area as well. And so TAVON Austin sort of seems to be a good fit just because he can sort of do it all. He can be used as a gadget guy on the Matt LaFleur's offense. He can be used as a punt returner, as a kick returner. So who knows, it could be a great fit for sort of both sides, for TAVON Austin and for the Green Bay Packers. And one other interesting thing to look at is Matt LaFleur was actually the offensive coordinator of the Rams back in 2017 when TAVON Austin was on the team, and they used him a lot, especially in the run game. I think he had like 50 to 60 rushes that year. So Matt LaFleur already has some history with TAVON Austin, so it could make sense for him to come back and sort of reunite with Matt LaFleur as well. And so apparently he was on the 49ers, of course that's TAVON Austin, and then he was released from them because he had an injury back like the end of October. They released him, so the Packers seem to be maybe want to work him out sometime soon. So who knows, maybe the next week or two we could get some news that the Packers have decided to sign him. Of course, there's no official word yet if they actually will make the move. They probably need to see, like, can he still play? Is his injury still bothering him? Sort of figure some things out about him to sort of see if he can sort of still be this sort of guy the Packers could want to use for the rest of the season, with Tyler Ervin dealing with injuries and with Darius Shepard having some problems in the returning game. So who knows exactly what will happen. But if we sort of take a look at some of TAVON Austin's career stats, he has 215 receptions, 2,006 yards, 15 touchdowns receiving, and is averaging 9.3 yards per reception. And then in the rushing game, 196 attempts, 1,340 yards, and 10 touchdowns. And then return game, 185 punt returns for 1,466 yards and 3 touchdowns, and then 25 kick returns for 451 yards. So TAVON Austin, he could really do it all. So honestly, I would love to see the Packers come in and sign him, because I was sort of doing some research on his contract. I was curious, like, how much would he cost, because obviously now with the Packers signing Bakhtiari, we don't really have much cap space for the season. But apparently the 49ers this year, he was only on like a 1-year, $1 million contract, so I bet the Packers could get away with like not really having to pay him too much, especially with the season almost being done. So he could be a great fit. I think it could be great to see him on the special team side of the ball, returning kicks, returning punts. I think just to sign him for that could honestly be worth it. But then also the fact that we can use him on offense as well, obviously it can't hurt. And of course also with all the wide receiver injuries we've had, it couldn't hurt to have another weapon at the receiver position to sort of, give Aaron Rodgers some more weapons, as all of us have sort of, wanted to see on this Packers offense. But overall, I think it'd be a great signing. Hopefully, I honestly hope we do end up signing TAVON Austin, just because he's a fun player to watch. He's like, I think he's a 4.3440. That was the official time back in 2013 when he was drafted, but apparently he also had an unofficial 4.2440. So he's just like lightning fast. So obviously, I would love to see him on this Packers offense. But I'd be curious to hear your guys' thoughts. Do you guys want TAVON Austin on our team? What do you think? Would he be a good fit for this Packers offense? Let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today from my car. Who knows if you'll be seeing me in my car anytime soon. I think I'm heading back to my house in Texas tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll do any more videos here in the state of Oklahoma. But yeah, that's pretty much all for today. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I know I had a pretty good Thanksgiving, ate way too much pie, ate way too much food, but it's been a good time, so hopefully you guys have had a good time as well. But that's what I wanted to break down today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you drop a like. As always, if you want to see some more content, feel free to subscribe to the channel. So that's going to be all for today, everybody. See you guys on the next one.
Living you learn, you pick and you choose. Then on my humble, I'm keeping it cool. Talking my money, then pull up a stool. Follow your dreams, then go back to school. Whoa, still on my grind, taking my time, stars aligning. We going hard, we came far, it's perfect timing. I hear so